doing this super late at night, but I literally sat down to paint and I realized I want to do this right now. And guess what? The word is now. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to do a spread that is the time to create is now, because it doesn't matter if it's middle of the night or if it's first thing in the morning or it's just any time. You can create any time of the day. So just get a paintbrush, get a pen, and go make something. I don't care what it is. Do something creative today. So similar to the page on the left here that I did for botanicals, I'm just getting colour on the page, and I am using the Viviva colour sheets again because they're very pigmented and they work quite well on this paper because they stay vibrant because they're dye-based paints. I'm just making shapes. I am sort of thinking florals again because I wasn't entirely sure how I was going to do this. But I also just had so much fun the day before doing the florals. So I just wanted to get colour on the page, and it was very late at night. It's actually about 1 in the morning, and I knew I would continue it the next day. So when the next day came, I thought, how am I going to put on the quote that I want? And initially I was going to say the time to create is now. And then I realized it's actually kind of ridiculous that I didn't think of it sooner. But my actual website that I own the rights to, but yet have to set up, is It's Art O'Clock Now. So I was like, well, that is the thought of the day. Let's do It's Art O'Clock Now. So I penciled in, you didn't see it, it's very hard to tell on the camera, but I've penciled out the quote and I'm just taking a white paint and going all the way around the writing and leaving the colour that I did yesterday underneath poking through. So the white paint I went with is actually an acrylic paint. It's called Chalk Paint by Folk Art. I really love this colour. It's cottage white, so it's not super bright. It's like a really nice creamy colour. But also what happens is when I water down the paint slightly, it picks up the Viviva colours that are underneath in the paper, and it kind of blends them together. Again, hard to see from the camera angle at first from up here, but it's making it kind of like nice pastel shades of the colours I've used already. Now, I had originally planned to show you this in real time, but it does take some time to do. This is sped up 10 times, and you can see I'm still not moving that fast. It's just like a really fun way to take your mind off things when you do something like this. I'm just calmly following the letters round and following the lines I've made. It's quite a meditative process, and you don't have to think too hard about it too. So yeah, I really like this, and I haven't actually done it before. I've never done like a whiteout entire page spread of a quote, and I actually quite liked how it was coming together, so I stuck with it. I really love how the paint underneath mixes with the white, so it does become this very subtle colour palette of all the shades that are being used on both pages actually. So this whole spread looks so cute next to each other. And I wanted to highlight the words yet even more, so I went around it again with the white in a kind of cleaner brush version, so it wasn't as mixed. And then I realised I'd forgotten some of the apostrophes, so I had to put those back in. Then I outlined with the Sennelier abstract liner, again, just for texture and sort of really highlight some moments. And then just to really tie in with the other side spread for Botanical, I decided to do the same thing I'd done on that page and create floral shapes using my black acrylic Posca pen, because that's the best one for this. I wanted it to feel more like this side, so I'm going in with the pen and just finding shapes in the colours that have been left. And it's going to take a while, but I'm having fun doing it. Okay, so I do want to point out that we are at the messy middle of this challenge of Get Messy May, which is often where people start to drop off. They don't feel like they can continue, or they just haven't had time to finish a piece. And that's why I encourage you today to make something. I don't care what it is, make time for something artistic today. because the time is now. You don't want to find that you miss out on things because you're always waiting for the conditions to be just right or to have just the right amount of time to do the painting you wanted to do. I've done this one over the course of the last day and a half. Did not do it all in one sitting, which is absolutely fine. I'm just having fun with it, but just bear that in mind. It's okay if you stop or you don't, it doesn't look how it's supposed to look or it's bothering you. Just the fact that you got up and did something creative today is the main thing for me. Couple of little close-ups for you so you can see how vibrant and juicy these colors are. It's such a fun piece. It's 8:00 now and it works really well with the other side. I really like how this came out, and it was just a fun, relaxing day of color and putting watercolor on the page and then wiping it off with more paint and just layer. And overall, I just think it's a really cute spread. So I hope you guys go and make time for art today. It's 8:00 now. Go do it. Word of the day. Now.